back when things were on DOS, sound like I know what I'm talking about, right? Went off and kind of developed their own thing, but then Interware showed up and I think they had a better product or whatever, so BMSI is now a reseller of the Interware software. But it looked pretty slick on the internet. I think I've sent you guys all the web pages. I don't remember if I sent you BMSI or not. But Linda's gonna come to the meeting Monday, cause she's really the one with the dog in the fight here. And she would have the first-hand knowledge on what's good, what's not good, Monday the 11th of May. And that'll be over at the police station, yes sir.
And this one encompass what?
It's an online registration of your, re-registration of a car. If you had a renewal, you'll be able to get your dog licenses, you can pay your taxes.
So
there's a few other things that it will also offer.
You'll be able to pay your taxes with credit cards?
Yep. Yep.
And you're going to take all major credit cards?
It looked like it from what I could see, yes. They had several different options of paying, but it looked like all the major cards, you know, Visa, MasterCard, American Distress, you know, a few of the others.
Discover?
I don't remember if Discover was one of them.
Oh, it has PayPal too, huh?
Brian, I honestly don't recall. I know that, you know, the ones that I looked at were the ones that I have, so. Yeah, Don?
Well, with credit cards, when you pay online, there's a 3% fee. Is the town gonna eat that fee, or are they gonna add it to the taxes?
No. I don't think so, Don. I don't know the background on that yet. I know that there's a fee associated with doing that. The consumer pays. I don't know what the fee is. I'm guessing it's going to be something like when you buy a fishing license or hunting license online. They charge you an additional, I think it's $2 or $2.50 for the convenience of doing it online as opposed to going to Walmart.
Right.
So that's what I know at the moment, Don. Beyond that, I don't know. I think they would also put a card reader here in this building so that if Linda had to do a transaction at the desk, I think it could also be done there too.
So my question would be, is if it's going to be at the desk, we're going to, like Dawn said, we're going to pay the same amount of money
Don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
to have the card done?
I don't know. You mean if you do it here in this building?
Yes, as opposed to doing it
I don't know
online.
that answer, John. I'm guessing even when I'm only telling you what my experience is doing a fishing game. I'm assuming.
Oh, I know what it is a fishing game, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be similar. I don't know that.
It ends up being $3.50 fishing game.
If I may.
Is it? I thought I paid $2.50.
Yeah, then they charge you $1.50 for the game.
Is that what it was?
Game fee, yeah.
Oh, all right.
I did actually go on the website that you sent those links to, and I was reading it, and it does say that they collect all the money that's due the town will come to the town, as far as whether it's taxes or fees, whatever the case would be. And any additional fees for this convenience is paid by the consumer or taxpayer or whatever citizen, whatever term you want to use to describe them, pays that fee. It didn't say what the fee was.
Right.
But, so if whatever fees are associated with it is above and beyond what you would pay. Hypothetically, if renewing your car was $100, it might be $105, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, if you're interested, the meeting is a public meeting. It's over at the police station. It'll be May 11th, 7 p.m. Want to come learn more, because I don't know a lot other than what I read on their webpage.
This is all preliminary, we're just trying to.
And they have a list of towns around us that are using it where, and there was a bunch of them. Merrimack was one of the biggest ones, and
I would be used to invite someone from one of those towns that use it, that we, that know us
well
often, kind of give us.
maybe, I don't know that we want them at this particular meeting, because
No,
this is kind of an informational for us, but I think you're right. I think going forward, before we make any kind of decision on whether or not it's a good idea, because it'd be nice to know what their experience is.
Absolutely.
It isn't like they have a Yelp.
What kind of bugs do they have, and they get fixed.
Yeah, but but they offer all the support on their end of it, because it's their software, their tool, and it looks like it's a link that you click into and takes you to their webpage. That was my impression of it anyway, poking around. So anyway, so that's the 11th of May. And then we'll have a meeting with BMSI also at some point, but this meeting here is with Interware.
Which BSMI sells, so I mean.
Yeah, so we're kind of killing both here, I think, but with the town has a relationship already with BMSI, I don't know if there's any advantage to putting it through them or not. That would be my you know, something I'd wanna know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, technology committee stuff.
Yeah, that's,
The meeting was pretty good, it was, attended well and there was good conversation and it was good.
alright, well, that pretty much kills the agenda, what was on the agenda then?
I have a couple things,
Oh,
but I haven't lost them.
wanna go through the mailbox first?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I fish them up and I take them.
Yep. Alrighty, the mailbox, we received from Employment Security the new updated profile for the community, I don't know if anybody's ever seen these on the websites. It doesn't tell us what is new, so probably population wise, I don't know. They get the SAU district wrong, so that's good. Well, I take that back, it was received by 6/20, so technically we're still in Goffstown at that time, so I stand corrected. But, you wanna? Okay.
No, I'm good.
Let's see, community profile, just as a reminder, tomorrow, potluck dinner at the community center for the community profile, then the work session on the 2nd. Friday night, 5:30 PM, and then on the 2nd starting at 8:45. So, hopefully everybody will tell your friends and neighbors. Yeah. The more information we can get, the better. Received a notice from the Attorney General's office regarding trustees of trust funds, cemetery trustees, and library trustees. There's work session, or seminars for them this year. So,
When is it, Brian?
they're all over the place and all different times.
What's the one in Concord?
Let's see. Cemetery, town, Shelbourne, you wanna go Shelbourne? Thursday, June 4th, Concord,
June 4th?
Yep. from 8:30 to 2:30. They're extending it this year. It was
Yeah,
only-
I'd say that's longer.
Yep.
They're
Well, that
gonna
was
feed
one of
us?
the big things. Pardon?
They're gonna feed us?
It says lunch break from 12 to 1, so I do not know.
Doesn't sound good.
Probably not. Trustees of trust funds on, the 16th of June,
So they're only doing that one on the 4th?
well, in Concord,
So that's for the cemetery, right?
the cemetery.
What time, when was the next one for the trust funds?
Trustees of trust fund is 16th of June in Concord. Again, that one's also a full day one.
Okay.
And then Concord library trustees are the 22nd of June. That one's only a half day. And if you're really good, advanced trustees of the trust fund on the 22nd of June as well, from 1 to 4.
That just tell you how to get the money out of the trust funds.
No, let's try to tell you how to stay out of jail while you get the money out of the trust funds.
There you go.
They don't have anything in there for, selectmen stuff?
That was on my note here, the New Hampshire Municipal Association has some training on that, I don't know if
Do
you're
they?
interested in going or not.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I've got their website bookmarked.
Okay,
I'll take a
that
look.
was on my note to bring out to you in case you were interested.
Yep.
Cause I'd like to probably go to that again this year.
Yep.
I always find something I learn.
So that's not done through the same organization?
No.
Okay,
No, that's the municipal association.
alright.
Alrighty, we've got an email from Tom regarding what we already talked about, so put that to bed. Sound good? Tom Grohl,
What did I put in there?
that's put on the agenda.
Get your signature on it.
Oh, yeah, we've already done it.
Alright, lastly in the pile, I got this is a letter from, to whom it may concern, regarding from Chief Wigan has the authority to purchase items and sign documents pertaining to the operations of the fire department and the Department of Emergency Management. What's this all about, John? If you might help enlighten me, because I'd like to know before I have to sign something like this.
The dealer we're getting the car from says he has to have that on file, just in case we get audited, that I have the authority to sign for the town.
Alright. It's for the car.
It's for the car.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw the check that was back there. 2002 Explorer?
Yeah.
Pretty good shape, I assume? Good.
Go buy another vehicle? Is that what we're doing?
The current fire command vehicle
Oh, the one that John drives around town all day, yeah?
did not pass inspection.
So what are we doing with that?
That's gonna have to get surplused.
Okay, and then how much are we paying for this new vehicle for him to drive around town?
4,300, right?
43.
Yeah, 4,300.
And what year is it?
2002.
How many miles on it?
I do not know.
Has it gone through inspection? Do we know what it's,
I was under the assumption that I heard from.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, checked out, right?
what do we take it?
The dealer,
Which dealer?
buying Goffstown.
Yeah, I don't remember the name off the top of my head.
Hey, John, you should know.
Pump Road, something like that, over next to John's.
We already,
And I guess my question was, why does he need a vehicle to drive around town in? When nobody else in the fire department has a vehicle?
that's a question I cannot answer you at this point in time.
When do we decide to get him a vehicle?
That was before I came to this board, so I, again, cannot answer that question.
Ted, can you help us out?
It's got 3 years ago.
Yeah. And why did we decide to get him a vehicle?
It had to do with him having a command car, doing fires, and also while he's doing inspections.
Inspections on what?
He's the building inspector.
Is he qualified to be the building inspector?
Sure is.
Yeah, can you tell me why he's qualified? Has he gone through all the Boca courses? And
You have to ask John.
have you gone through all the Boca courses, John?
No,
So, we adopted the Boca codes in this town, am I correct?
we adopted international.
Yeah, the national Boca codes, which have to be certified in the Boca codes. He's not certified in the Boca codes, but he's yet the building inspector?
Well, he's the assistant building inspector.
He's the assistant.
And the acting.
He's in the
Acting assistant or acting building
No, he's
inspector?
the acting, no, hold on. He is the assistant building inspector. In the absence of the building inspector, he becomes the acting building inspector
Where-
until we fill that position.
Okay, so if I have something done in my house,
Mm-hmm.
and you're telling me he's qualified to come and decide whether it's proper or not, whether it's driving a nail, a screw, a piece of shingle,
Mm-hmm.
and he's qualified, but he hasn't done any, he's not Boca qualified? And yet we buy him a vehicle so he can drive around town and be the building inspector and the command vehicle? Just saying, just asking, you know?
Alright, we'll get you those answers. But I don't.
Because I certainly don't want to get a building permit and have Mr. Wigan, who's not qualified, come there and say it's okay, then something happens, well, the town said it was okay, and then you go back, you know? It's tough backpedaling.
Yes, it is.
I mean, he's qualified as a fire chief, probably inspector on arson or whatever, but like he says, he's not qualified in the Boca code, so I don't see where he could be the assistant, acting, or whatever, you know, building inspector.
I guess I got a question for you. Do you consider qualified as the same as certified, or just qualified as in knowledgeable? Because certification is different than qualified.
Well, let John tell us what his qualifications are to be the assistant building inspector.
He's already done that when he was hired for the job, I would assume.
Well, I never heard that he was qualified.
Were you on the interview committee?
No, but I never saw anything on the town website that he was qualified, or in the newspaper, or any bulletin that was ever sent out.
Yeah.
And were you on the committee?
No, I was not. He was here before I got here, and I'm gonna,
And was there a committee
at
that,
this point in time, I'm gonna assume that the people before me did their due diligence. And
fine. Fine.
And at this point in time, Mr. Wiggins has not given us any reason to doubt him. So,
Am I entitled to ask questions?
absolutely, absolutely.
Am I entitled to answers?
Yes, you are. And our minutes I assume we'll have your questions in there, and we will get you the answers to the best of our ability.
Thank you.
So, back to the letter. This is just strictly for the vehicle, correct? Because the way it sounds here, it's pretty open-ended, that means you can,
I do anyways, I do that every week, I sign for the town every single day.
I know, I just wanna make sure that we're all set, so we don't end up getting ourselves in a jam, that's all.
It's just for their records, so if they ever get audited, that
Alrighty.
I sign the document for the town of Dunbarton. I sign inspections for our vehicles, I sign, you know,
Well, it makes
leases,
sense.
I sign a lot of documents, so they just want something on file.
Alrighty. You want this now, or?
Pick it up later.
Okay. They won't get it next time, file.
We should make a copy.
Yeah, we'll make a copy, that's right. Just put it out there separately, so it doesn't even mix in our pile here.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's the end of that.
Get you now.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm at work, so, I guess we'll start going around the table. I'd ask Lean, but she's not here, enjoying Florida, so. You get the, you got the copy of that, business operations assessment there, or?
I didn't bring one with me.
No, I mean, you got the
Yes.
copy, you still have that, correct? From back last year when we had the business operations assessment done?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of information that we really started working on. So I was hoping that maybe the next few weeks, and you're not gonna be here next week, but maybe the week after, we can take and start
Sure.
at least browse through it and see where we can start, you know, picking those the low hanging fruit off of it,
Okay,
and see if we can't get things moving along.
alright.
Like, I know there's supposed to be some policies and procedures we should have in place. I know like, the trustees, trust funds are supposed to have a investment policy, which they don't have. Stuff like that we need to get before the next, audit really takes hold.
Okay.
So, I think that was about all they had on there besides the personnel plan, which you already, we sent you a copy, so.
Yeah, I had a question about that.
Yep.
And actually, it's the personnel plan and the purchasing plan. Are those sent around, and acknowledged, by the, department heads and the committees and anybody who would be involved with the, hiring of personnel or going out to make a procurement? I mean, how do they know that these things have changed? Cause last week when Jeff Crosby was here, he didn't seem to know that there was a change made to the purchasing policy. So I'm just wondering if that's
I know in the past that,
how that distribution works.
I don't know what how the distribution, I can't answer that myself.
Yeah, no, maybe we should follow that up with Lean, right, but, if we don't have a formal process in place, on the personnel policy, I would think that every employee and, even us as elected officials should review it and sign it annually. And then have a copy of that.
Well, there is a sign-off sheet right in the
Yeah, I know
so-
there is, but if we don't have that done annually, I mean, it's done, you know, today when you get hired, but 5 years from now, and, you know, 3 changes later, you may not know that you know, as an employee, what has changed in that policy. So I'm just thinking annually, that ought to be, visited, and then as far as the, purchasing policy or any other policies, you know, like that are updated from time to time, ought to be a formal distribution there also, and then acknowledged, you know, by the different department heads that they've, received it and understand it. But we can talk to Lean about that, but that was,
Yeah, we can do that after we go through it and make any changes we need to make to update it for, and that way when we put it out with the newest change, we can get everybody to sign off on it and
which one?
the personnel.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So,
yeah, but the purchasing policy's already been done, so I'm just thinking we should put that one out, but.
I know in the past, Lean's always says she's distributed to everybody.
Yeah, but you know, it'd be nice if they acknowledged it back
Yeah.
somehow, cause at least then you know they've at least looked at it and aware of it, because it seemed last week that Jeff didn't know about it, so.
Well, he doesn't have a computer either. He's in Ted's corner.
He's got snail mail though, must have a mailbox here too, I'm sure.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
anyway, that was it.
that's all I had done. Ted, you got anything to give the order?
Yeah, last week we talked about the, damage to the, roof in the police
Oh, yeah.
department,
Yeah.
what do we call it?
The drip edge.
Yeah,
Drip
drip
edge
edge,
came
yeah.
in. So, I talked to Keith
Mhm.
St. Pierre,
St. Pierre.
and he looked at it. And his report is that, the wind got under the roof itself, pulled all the nails off of the roof.
That's it.
And it's a seamless roof, so he doesn't have the capabilities of
Fixing it.
fixing it, yeah.
Is that a metal roof?
Yeah, it's a metal, seamless metal roof. And the way he explained it, wherever they're crimped, there's a place there where he thought they should have been screwed, not nailed, but anyways.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do
There's
it.
a place where you nail them and then the next sheet gets crimped over and seals the nails.
Do you know who did that?
Well, I don't know, but, he's not sure, he has no idea how, if that can come apart and be repaired or.
Well, I know those roofs are warranted for like, what, 25, 50 years, somewhere in that. Dave, you know?
Yes.
Is this the curved roof? You're talking about the curved roof?
No,
No.
police department.
Police department, Dave, right over the entranceway, or just to the
Right.
side of the
Just to
entranceway?
the right of the, police entrance, the.
Yeah.
No, it's a flat.
Yeah, you almost have to get a metal roof.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, maybe we can find
We'll have to get
the,
a metal roof.
if we know who the original contractor was, we can see if they're still around. Otherwise, we'll need to find someone else who can do that.
Mike Chacon.
Mike,
Yeah.
thank you.
Is that a standing seam?
How long ago was that?
Yeah, they're always,
Standing
Is he
seam.
still alive?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it is, a clip that holds it down, then the other piece goes, locks over it, so you see.
Yeah, but I guess the way he was, where the seams come together, that's where they nail it.
Yeah, I remember that day. I didn't
Yeah,
know what it was.
it
It has to be on, they're gonna have to unlock
I
it.
had missed
Yeah, but he doesn't know if
I
those,
had missed
those
the-
come
They have
apart.
a tool, electric tool that will run right up the roof.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So hey, it's not anything he can,
you know,
Great.
I guess we'll have to get some roofer to go over there and give us, some kind of estimate.
No, but I didn't see
If
anything
Mike
in
can
there.
come back, and if not, then
Right,
I'll get some.
I think that was a gist.
Yeah, I think I was, yeah, I think you wanna.
Why don't you give, Ralph Feldbaum a call?
You wanna get, yeah, even.
He lives right in town.
I know, he's a roofer, but he doesn't, he's not a metal roofer, I don't think he does seamless.
Oh, I didn't know what he does.
I know he's retired, but.
You want somebody that does seamless metal roofs.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, well, if we can find
Whatever.
the original contractor.
Call Mike Chacon, see if it's still warranted.
She's not.
Pretty hard, he's dead.
They're gonna wait.
What?
He's dead.
That's right, he is.
I know his wife passed away, I didn't know he did.
Yeah, he's dead.
And call Gary, he must have been in business with him.
Who passed away?
Mike.
Mike's up in Maine, he just said.
Right.
You talking about Mike Chacon?
Yeah.
He's up in Maine, that's what Leslie said.
Well, he's not coming back anytime soon then.
No, no.
Alright, well, we'll have to research that and
Okay.
put it on the plate for do. Wonderful.
What's happening with the
Mm.
roof for the town hall?
Well, we asked Lynn to take and, contact the architects. I don't know if she's had an opportunity or not. But it'll come on our list for when she gets back, that's for sure. Okay, we'll get that moving. Other than that, anything else?
You know that ceiling there caved in, there was some leaks in the roof, at the town hall, and the water got down, we just had it insulated,
Mm-hmm.
right over the, upstairs in the town
Just
hall.
recently?
The town hall,
Yeah.
when
When?
the ceiling caved in,
Oh, when it came.
maybe moons ago,
Yes.
95, 96. We put
Yeah.
insulation in there, then the water leaked down in, got the insulation and it knocked it all out.
Mhm.
And if you get some problems there now, well, I'd have somebody be checking that on a regular basis.
That's why we wanna get the roof done on that thing ASAP, because,
And see, we put the ceiling back and all the insulation,
mhm.
well, same thing could happen again.
Appreciate that, thank you. I haven't been up there in a while, I don't know, who's got the keys to that place? Maybe it's, John, you know who has the keys to that?
Mike Chacon.
You do.
Bill Zella's got
Bill Zella's got the
He's
keys.
got a key to the basement, cause he went down the other day, and
Yeah.
then John came about an hour later and delivered some oil, so.
The
You got a
upstairs-
key, it's in the key box.
Yeah,
Keys there in the key box.
yeah, okay. Well, I know there was a couple of keys floating around, so I didn't know if it left the key box or not. So,
So why is Bill Zeller going in that building?
that's a good question.
Yeah, why does he get a key? Assuming he has a key.
Yeah.
Cause he used to start the fires 3,000 years ago up there for town meeting.
He went down cellar. He went through that.
Yes, he did. That was a long time ago when I was a kid.
And they haven't changed the locks since then.
Probably not, John.
Yeah.
Maybe there's no lock.
Changed the windows, but we haven't changed the locks.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Alright. You guys got anything else?
No, I'm good.
Alright, we'll open up for public comment. We'll start with the department heads and committee people. John?
Yeah, the Dunbarton Firefighter Association requested permission to put up a couple of chicken barbecue signs on town property. One out here that we've always put corner of the common and one at the transfer station.
How much are the tickets this year, John?
Good question.
Don't know yet?
$22.
$7, I believe.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I'm okay with the signs.
I am too.
Are you gonna put one up the transfer station? I know last year that got heated.
Yeah, I've already talked to the superintendent.
Are
Discussed the location of
we all good with that
Yeah,
this year? Yeah?
You beat me to it. I was gonna ask you,
Yeah.
that's smooth over, right? So we're not gonna repeat.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, I was
I
sitting.
really
up
don't
there
like it when
this
history
year.
repeats itself.
Yeah.
So. Anything else, Sean?
No.
Okay. Oh, you get one over there. I'm gonna grab a copy of this and one afterwards and give you that letter. So don't take off when we break up. Woody, anything?
Just need to see if about 10 minutes in a non-public on an employee issue right afterwards.
Sure, that was that UCB. Okay. That it? Alright, you got any other committee people there? Alright, we'll start in front here. Work our way back, Dave.
I'll say.
Grant? Leo?
Nope, all set.
John?
I had enough.
Don?
I'm good.
How you, Bob? Mert?
I yield to John.
Pardon?
I yield to John.
Yeah, cause you're not a taxpayer anymore!
I'm not. I yield by 5 minutes.
He gives me up. I give anybody else who wants my 5 minutes too.
Okay. Oh, you last anything?
No.
Alright. Well then, we'll close public comment and then, don't believe, probably shouldn't have any business after this. Don't plan to have any business after this, so we're gonna go into a non-public. So I'm gonna make a motion that we go into
I'll give you a
non-public.
call Monday.
Monday?
Alright,
I'll second.
Tomorrow.
Request of Woody
I gotta go out.
for RSA 91-A:3. Yep.
Good nonsense.
Yeah.
Good night, Dawn. Good night, Dawn.
Hearing none, all those in favor?
I, Rolo,
Pike is yes.
Stand in front and
Yeah,
say it.
please. Might as well.
Stand in the front and say it.
Both doors, or
One to,
yeah.